Okay. All right. All right. Hey there, Kim. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Roxanne. Good morning. Hi, guys. Hi, Cece. I've set things up just a little bit today, but I'm just like 2 minutes late because I was in the big Chief Journal, so we can get to that in a while. But yeah, and I can show you some of the cards that I pulled for myself before we got going. Good morning. Good morning. Lisa, good morning. Hanging with the hippie. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I put on some music and I had to like kind of dance a little bit. Now, I am not the world's best dancer at all, but I had to put on some music a little bit ahead of the show and like, okay, get my groove on. And it was like, yeah, that's a good thing. I got to do that a little more often. Good morning, Lanny. Good morning. So I hope everybody's doing good. I hope this like isn't too ridiculously close. It feels like you're like right here. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But oh, thank you. I went and got them done, and they're kind of violet, kind of purpley blue. So yeah. So sometimes they're looking a little bit more bluish, and sometimes they're looking a little bit more purple. But thank you, thank you. I thought I might get them a little bit shorter, but no. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. So okay. Thank you. All right. Well, I can show you some pretty cards that I pulled, and then I can talk about them later. I'll put them aside for now. But this is what I was pulling. Sparkle and Shine, and then Practice Daily came up. So Practice Daily, that's the one that we sometimes forget. Sparkle and Shine, we kind of get like overworn and don't remember to do it. And then I pulled from the Fairy Tale deck because I had to, because it's kind of new and I love it. And we got Gretel for Ingenuity, which is very interesting. However you want to create your own Sparkle and Shine and amplify that is what came to mind. And then the Little Match Girl, the choice we have to allow our flame to either go out or to light something smarter, do something smarter, make a different choice. The choice that we have came through quite strongly. So it's like, all right, that's good. So, yeah, good morning, good morning. That's what I was doing. So I was 2 minutes late. I try to be very, very punctual. But sometimes the journal got the better of me. So, all right, I'm going to put these to the side for now. Just for now. We might pull those up a little bit later. This is the journal stuff I was working on. I might share that a little bit later, and we'll get into it. And we'll grab some cards just for fun. The dragons have been calling today, so I thought we'd start with those, or just shuffle a few. We'll see what they do. But anyway, this is the part of the show where I generally do a few micros. Those are like 1 card to 3 cards, and I'll do a micro, a few of those for free, and then we get right into the paid list, and that gets rocking and rolling. And then you just see me diving into the cards, and you see me manhandling the phone, things going kind of crazy, but we'll get to it. So yeah, if you've got a question, this is the time to ask. And then if you want to get a reading and get on the paid list, let Kim know, because she helps me keep my brain on straight when we do this. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Hey there, Claudia. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Brandy. Good morning. Roxanne, will Robert and you become closer? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so we're seeing the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Coins. The Queen of Swords is what I'm drawn to first. There's an expectation of what closer is and what closer means. I get that you will, but your expectations are a little screwy. So let me just tell you this, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, just throw it in your bank of trivia, okay? Scientifically, women talk about 3 times more, use 3 times more words than men do. They've like done tests and research on this. And sometimes it seems like men get a little overloaded if we're expressing our feelings and then repeating and repeating. It's not like when we talk with our girlfriends. It's not like when we vent and get something clear. So I think that you will draw closer, but the communication needs to be more streamlined, more clear, and more distinct. And what you sense closer as may be different than what he feels it as. There's a readiness, this preparation and readiness, but it's going to be a slow closeness, a slow connection. And there needs to be spoken something about when you, in general, want someone to feel closer to you, the things that make you feel close need to be addressed, because they might not think of it from that point of view at all. Some of that's just an estrogen, testosterone thing. Some of it's an old school way or old patterns that we learn. But over here is this Ace of Coins, and the answer is yes. But it's not going to be like easy peasy. It's not going to be just because he suddenly clues in and does it in the way you're thinking or becomes, you know, a mind reader. He's not going to do that. But what I'm getting is yes, but it's going to take work and streamlining the communication to really have what your words are spoken matter. That's what I've got. Okay. So Iman, will something reach out and reconcile soon? Let's look. Let me put these to the side and we will get, oh, I forgot to get my extra tray, guys. Usually I have my extra tray right out. Okay. Will you reconcile? And then I wanted to look at that again. Will you reconcile? I can only go to will you reconcile. That's all that I'm getting to because I can't scroll back far enough. But I want to know will you reconcile. Whoa. Not soon. Hangman is coming out. And this is coming out like there's a delay, there's a delay, there's a delay. Not soon. There needs to be... Somebody is having a willing sacrifice when this comes up. Somebody has to change their perspective, change the way they see things, and really kind of do a 180 in their viewpoint. Anything else? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this is a potent combination, especially for a question of will you reconcile. Whatever you're building up is fucked up. It's not good. What you're building up in the old way of building doesn't serve. So if this perspective doesn't change, a bolt out of the blue strikes the tower, liberates things, knocks things down, and a new start has to begin. So I'm getting not soon. I'm getting not soon. And this is like not until the collapse of the old way there has to be a collapse of the old way. You might reconcile and come to a place and understanding of each other that's different and deeper, but not at all what you thought. Now, one more on this one, just because I'm nosy. Queen of Wands. There's a stubbornness that isn't serving you. Sometimes the Queen of Wands, the insistence on my way, my way, my way is great, but other times the stubbornness is not serving you. And for you, there's a stubbornness that's not serving you. I'm not saying don't hold your boundaries. I would never say that to anyone. I'm saying know when you're getting in your own way and quit doing things from an old perspective. Allow yourself to sacrifice a different kind of thing. The reconciliation doesn't feel like a reconciliation of love coming together and hunky-dory, heat in the sheets kind of thing. It doesn't feel that way. What it feels like is feels more like this. Like knocking the old pattern, the old relationship, or the old parameters of the relationship completely down if you want the relationship to move forward in a better way. That's what I've got on that. I would rather see something different, but that's not what I saw, and that's what's coming through. So, okay. All right. Lanny, will you have another surgery this year? Lanny, not a doctor, a tarot card reader, but we will take a look and see what's coming up. We're going to go straight to old school Rider Waite. We'll go to Radiant Wise. Hang on. I want all of them, not just 77. I want all 78. Okay, for Lanny. Will you have another surgery this year? Yeah, not a doctor. Do you see a stethoscope? No. No thing around the neck, this stethoscope. Devil's Tower, you bet. That was a fun thing for us, but trust you better than the doctors. You know, one of the best things you can do for your health, no matter who you are, is do your own charting. Keep track of your own stuff because you're with your body every damn day. So we have another surgery this year. Let's take a look. See what's going on. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's going to take a little while to get back on the horse according to the cards. And then there's going to be, this is breakthrough, inheritance, legacy. There's something that over time comes through good. I'm not seeing anything like if I were to see another surgery this year in Angie Land, when I look up cards, that's usually like swords are coming through of a variety of different things. This doesn't come through as surgical, but it comes through as an inspired way to heal, an inspired way to recover and right again. So that's what I'm getting. Fingers crossed. I hope either way that works out for you, but breakthrough feels like it's coming and there will be haste in recovery. So there you have it from the tarot, not from the doctor. So that's what I've got. All right, I'm going to show you what I do for my show. We'll get started and we'll open up the paid list now. So these are live reads that I do. They're open paid list and I am recording and it seems to be working just fine on my iPad. So I'll upload that to my YouTube channel in just a bit, but well, after the show. But here we go. All right, so this is what we're doing. There is $20 blind oracle. You don't ask a question. You get the read you need. And here's just some of the oracle cards that I use here. I've got a whole other card like that and then a few tucked in back there. So that's a $20 blind oracle. You get the read you need. Whatever comes through, comes through. Whether my guides want to pop in and say something, whether I burst over to tarot, which I sometimes do, you get the read you need with the $20 blind oracle. $30 year ahead, that's the 12 months, 2 in the middle, and then clarifiers along the way as they flow. Always I follow the nudge. And you don't ask a question on either of these. If you want to ask a question and do a tarot mini, which is a full reading, really. I mean, when you get right down to it, the mini is 7 to 10 cards. That's a full Celtic cross. And then I usually do get nosy. I get nosy. I want a few extra cards for that. So, and then if you want the full, it's 15 to 20, and that's $40. And I get really nosy. And that's like 15 to 20 cards, depending how nosy I want to get, depending which kind of spreads I'm going to do. If I'm doing specialty spreads and different things, there are specialty spreads that I do that nobody else really tends to do. And I do what comes through in the shape. So if I do the Emperor's Chair or the book, which I love to do, you're in it deep to 15 cards, no problem, 20, 25, whatever. That one's gone on for a while. And then if you want to go to a specialty read, which is different than specialty spread, I do the bones with the cards or the crystal ball or the past life. Those are $50 reads. And I also have recently been starting to do readings, and they're kind of a screening type of read with hourglasses, which is fascinating. And I'm still kind of trying to tool those in because they feel like a cross between past life and crystal ball all at once. So whatever, that's what that is. This is how you can pay me, Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. So the information is in the bio, and the E comes before the I. I hope I'm holding that steady enough. So the paid list is now open. Tell Kim what's going on as far as what read you paid for and whatnot, because I will get into it, and I'll be deep into it and not being able to keep track as easily. So just let Kim know, and we will just go for it. So that's what we got going on. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Hey, there's Stephanie. Hey. And I thought I saw Chad creep in. And we can do a collective or look in the Big Chief Journal for a minute if we want to do that. But that's what we got going on. Okay. All right. So the Big Chief Journal and the 4 cards that I got. I'm going to show you real quick. Kim says, at Sandra. Okay. A specialty read for Sandra. Okay. All right. Hang on 1 second. Okay. I'm looking to see if I've got that right. At Kim, Sandra paid for special read. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sandra. We will see what's going on. Okay. All right. Not sure what that's doing. Okay. All right. I'm going to write this down. Okay. Which one do we want to do? I want to do crystal ball. I don't know why I want to do that, but that's what I want to do. And I know that I talked about doing them on the hourglass, but this one feels like crystal ball, so that's what we're going to. Okay, 1 second. Okay, now this one I think as a viewer, it might just be boring for you guys, but whatever. Just because it's like me looking at the crystal ball, but we'll get some cards going on in a minute too. We're going into Weird World cards, really, are we? Okay. We're going into the Tarot of the Weird World along with crystal ball. All right. For Sandra. I'm tipping this down so you guys can see a little bit. All you see is the crystal ball there. I don't know that that's very good, but hopefully you can, I'll pull the cards up so you can see and scooch this back. We're going. Yeah, Gogs is saying, get on with it, let's get going. High Priestess is in the house right here. This is something that's studied and researched. What halls are you in? Let me look. I'm going to tell you these cards, and then I've got to get out of them and in here. High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 3 of Wands. And again, I'm getting something about this book that needs to be opened. It's like there's a book with a ribbon through it marking a certain page. Let's go in there. I'm going to show you this one more time, and then I'm going to flip it so I can be, whoa, sorry, in the ball. There's something that's coming through, and it is like, well, it is. I'm seeing brown paneling like brown paneling. There's brown paneling, like an old ancient library that's in somebody's home, in their personal home. Don't know what this is about. It's like library, study, office, old. And the ribbon in the book. Why is that mark so important? There's something about lineage, ancestry. I'm seeing charts that are like the genealogical charts. There's line and then brackets, right? So you have the line, then you have the brackets. But there's another line that comes in. This is somebody's handwriting in. There's almost like somebody that's been added to the family, maybe a case of adoption, maybe a case of I don't know. But this is like adopt an ancestor, because you're going way back. You're back now. This is adopt an ancestor. I'm getting that if the ancestor isn't directly in the line, that there was somebody that was put in the line, or you can create and call the ancestor in, even if you can't find them on the line. There's a okay. It's they're saying invisible ancestor, but what I'm getting is there's something that's it feels like they used to call illegitimate, and I don't like that word, but there's the invisible ancestor that's in there on the pages as well. Now we're there. Now we're there. She knows. There's somebody in the house, old woman in the house, that knows the secrets and knows what's going on in the library, bringing the tea, looking at the book, and turns the page. She's inviting to sit down. It's like she has returned to this home to invite us to sit down to look at this page. She is very much the keeper of the home, and I see her flipping this page. So what do we have on the other page? Scrawlings, notes. Closer. It's not letting me have exactly the words, but it feels like passionate poem, love sonnet, something like that. I don't know what it is. It's poetry. I can see the verse of poetry in this page. There's something about the poet's heart that will linger through the generations, that goes on, required now. Yes. Flipping back this page. It's something about the poet's heart. It was wanting to be acknowledged about the invisible ancestor or the adopted ancestors. Not all of us land in the easy families, but some of us have things flowing through us that are differently. She wants you to know that you have the poet's heart, the heart of the poet. This is why you feel things very deeply, very profoundly. The poet's heart, and then doodling. There's something, this is a young girl that would have written in this book. This was like the pages of the family genealogy, and a young girl has gone in, written in the book. This is the poet's heart. You go back, you find it. You go back, you find it. She's showing me the girl in the library now, and it feels like very much the girl is you in a different time and different structure. It feels like not the invisible ancestor is there. The lady that keeps the house is there. She doesn't feel like the wife. She feels like a servant of the house. And then she's inviting the young girl to come sit and draw again, doodle on those pages again. Write the poem. Being called to write the words down that are poetic, the poems that stick with you, that stay in your heart, that linger. This is where you need to be doing. Flipping radically. Flip. I'm getting an image now, and the image is the cover of the book of Where the Sidewalk Ends from Shel Silverstein, where in modern time everything around is transforming into modern time, where the sidewalk ends, and it's showing the kids that are leaning over where the sidewalk ends and looking over the edge, peering over the edge. This is you looking back towards that for a little bit, and then going further, taking it further. A gift that needs to be honored in the way that you write poetry, whether you ever intend to publish or not is not the point. It's the writing of the emotion on the page and letting it move forward. This is how you move something forward. There is magic in writing for you. There's magic in writing point blank, but there is magic in writing for you. It can be tonic and healing. She's pouring the tea. The old lady is there. Where the sidewalk ends is there. The library has shifted. The desk has shifted. The young girl sitting at the desk is looking through the modern books, but she's still dressed like Edwardian. I don't know if it's before Victorian. I think it's Edwardian type clothing. Very like the high busts and the long, the high waist under the bust. Yeah. There's a little bit of boredom and exasperation, like, and this is when the poetry is flat and real rhymey and sing-songy, and she's saying, no, 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 get back to the deep poet. There's something about the weather being very, very clear out. Now we're going outside. Weather being very, very clear. The way that the clouds are organized and the daydreamer comes through. The way that you see the shapes in the clouds like a child would needs to be remembered and returned to there. It needs to be a fluid, a more flowing emotional state brought forward, less rigidness. The clouds, yeah, they're big. And this is somewhere that is not far from ocean because the clouds are actually growing in size. They're wispy and now they're getting more cumulus as they go. Getting more mashed potato-y, thick, foof, foof, foof. Gogs is in the house. Okay, he's kind of laughing at the young one. There's wisdom coming through, and there's something that is here that is like modern time would call it sugar skulls. Sugar skulls, yeah, like Mexican sugar skulls, Day of the Dead, that kind of thing. Those things are coming through, but there's wisdom coming through, and it's sweet is what's coming through. The sugar skull of the ancestor. This is the sweetness. Okay, I want to go to the cards now. Yeah, okay. The anxiety, the stress of the past, something that has been denied, is no longer necessary to be denied there. We have the Three of Wands kicking in. You can see it clearly. You are in the time that you waited for before. Sometimes we wait a long time for lessons to come through. Sometimes we wait a really long time for lessons to come through. However, I'm putting this here, so this one can be on there for later, and this one here for later. But however, when we wait for these lessons to come through, we might wait a certain lifetime to not master a certain lessons. Like, I think I'm still learning patience even now. So some lessons are lessons that we get repeated in lifetime, and it is like we pick up a thread in the story, or we have to reread that, you know, the chapter that we had forgotten because we put the book down for so long. This is what you're doing now, but you are ready to complete this lesson, something that you've waited lifetime to complete. And the Ace of Pentacles is saying you're going through this realm. It's really, really time. You've walked the halls. A poet walks the halls of a library very different than somebody that's just walking in, like getting quick research project. A poet will walk the halls of the library, smell the books, feel the books, get very kinesthetic about it, feel all the feelings and let it flow through. Very, very grounded and tangible, but also observing nature, understanding how nature is your teacher. And this is the lessons, and this is the time. The wisdom is in that book. It's in the poems. It's in those old books, old stories. And not just in the Edwardian days, but I would go back to old authors, like old literature authors. Like, I don't know if you go to Leaves of Grass or whatever is the poetry of like Homer and the Greeks. It doesn't really matter. Whatever is the poetry that you know to go to, I would go to. There's something in there to be reread again. The Iliad and the Odyssey is very, very long, but the Odyssey, the legacy, the moving forward, this is the epic journey that's going through. There's something in there that will bring home resonance for you. And it is the mystery the girl must unfold again. It's the sweetness in her skull she doesn't know how to unlock just yet, but that is what she's very clearly going to do. Anything else? The clouds dissipate again. The clouds dissipate again. The sugar skull image becomes fainter, fainter, fainter. It's like the clouds that have formed, that got all cumulus, that looked like they became the sugar skull, have now dissipated. Oh yeah, there is something else. Hang on. There's a woman on a horse. And she's literally, she parked the horse. She was totally still. She shifts direction, turns again, rides again. Hang on. we're getting the reference to the tarot chariot coming through. She was the single rider, statuesque, really, really parked, turned the horse, moving this way, moving this way. Then the horse had longer lead and chariot came in place. These are lessons for you. This is lesson in balance for you. This is lesson in spiritual balance is coming forward for you. Divinely downloading for you now, and this is how it's going forward. And words are important, but they help you bring balance. Take the reins, take the reins. When you take the pen, you take the reins to balance your own life. And a flip of that skull. What do we got here? Flip of the ancestry. That the skull that I saw before, that I described before, has flipped, but it looks geographically different, is what I would say. It's no longer the sugar skull beauty, modern beauty thing. It's old. It's older than that. There's two heritages coming through, and very far apart lands. Very, very far apart lands. I swear it sounds so screwy, but it feels like I'm getting something that's old school Edwardian time and something that's older than that, South America. I don't know what that's about. You're going to have to, this is the ancestry. This is the invisible ancestor that was somehow grafted into the line. This is if we go way back, way back, way back before any of us came inhabiting the planet. This is where we go way back, way back, way back. And those essential soul families that are together and have connections will interweave and interlap through each other's worlds at various times. This is what's coming through. Understand it looks a little bit different. Yeah. And something about the grafted line and the South American is a shorter type of stance on the person. That's all I can tell you is shorter. It's relating to how long, far back, long ago. Very, very interesting. That's what I've got. That's complete. Yeah. Oh, that's complete. Yeah, just that's what we got. That's wild and beautiful and fabulous, but that's what came through. So you will know all of these connections far better than I do. But yeah, that was absolutely a stunner. I'm going to put this over to the side for now. Ron for a full general. Okay. You're welcome, Sandra. You're welcome. Okay, Ron for a full general. Where are we going with this one? One of my favorite decks. You guys see this a lot, but this is my husband's, one of his all-time favorite decks. Ron for a full general. We're going to back this up just a little so you guys can see. This is Eileen Dugan's The Witch's Tarot. We're getting vignettes, almost to like, we're getting books that have the chapter headings, but it's almost like a topic and a quote, a topic and a quote. That's what we're getting coming through. So that's how we're going to treat it. A topic and a quote, a topic and a quote. I want the 4 topics coming out of here and the 4 quotes coming out of that secondary deck. Topic and a quote. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know if you can. And then the quote. The topic here, here, and the quote. Hang on. We're getting a timeline coming in right now. The timeline is like, this would be like in the now, today, going forward. This feels like 4 to 6 weeks out here. So just so you know, that's what we're getting. So that's what we're honoring. So this is topic and the quote, roughly about, I would say, week and a half. Because we've got 4 areas, but it feels like it's going a little bit longer than that, going about 6 weeks out. So the topic in the quote for here, the topic right here is about being celebrated, being the Empress and the 6 of Cups. And there's a sense of nostalgia, a returning to joy, a returning to happiness that is a good thing. A sense of nostalgia in such the good way, not in its toxic way. A return to the happiness, a return to the joy. Lighthearted and mirthful has more strength. Laughter is a required element for you. It is something. The strength to be in joy, to allow yourself to have the joy and let it move through you, is really something that is a a superpower we don't remember. What else do we got about this? The Empress needs to laugh. And we're also getting this mirthful energy of kids. You know, when kids are so darn silly and they're just playing and having fun? Yeah, they do goofy things. They say goofy things, or all of a sudden they, pretend they're an animal, whether they're an elephant or a giraffe, it doesn't matter. And they run around with other kids that are willing to let go of all the serious and just play pretend and play make-believe and be lost in it for a while. Lost in just the happiness and the silliness, so important. Karma, second chance. This is something that's faded. This is a resurrection, a restoration. This is what I was getting in there earlier. This is a calling of the heart back to yourself and calling of this lighter energy back to yourself in this next week or so. It's like shedding some of the seriousness and letting yourself remember the strength and power of joyfulness. What else we got? It's the flat truth, and this will go on and it will extend for, this is my card. For me, this is a time signature of 3 months. This is going to go on. This is the beginning. This is a pivot point. Something within you has shifted, and it's strategic for you to lighten up. It's a smart strategy for you to lighten up. It is also very, very grounding, and it feels fair, and it feels right to lighten up. Let go of some of this seriousness. There's a heaviness that's being let go of because something new is entering in, new knowledge, new wisdom that comes after a passage of time that for a while has been dark, for a while has been a little heavier than it needs to be. The truth that comes through, that is remembered, the truth that the children have all the time. They just go for it. They know who they are. They don't care if somebody thinks that, they're being too silly or whatever. They just go for it. They have a great time. They understand joy again, and this is something where they offer to each other freely, share freely, give freely, laugh freely, play freely. We've forgotten how to play sometimes, and the seriousness overtakes us. When we remember how to play, we get moving faster, quicker, stronger, bionic man type thing. We move quicker. That's just all there is to it. We move through things so much quicker when we get that going on. Okay. The next section, the Magician, the Three of Pentacles, and the Legacy, 10 of Coins. This feels like something's shifting, and it feels like your resources and money are being added to. Now, does that mean you're getting a pay raise? Possibly. What it feels like is the teamwork element and the way you make magic is creating more opportunity for financial growth for you right now. This is, I don't know when this is coming in. Where I put the timeline in, the 6-week timeline, it could be your paycheck has extra big, a little bit extra big. It could be that you get extra hours offered so you can have the extra in your paycheck. I have no idea. Let's look at this a little closer. What's going on? Because it feels like there's a little bit of a breakthrough in the monetary daily grind. Yes. Yes. There's something that needs to be balanced and fair. There's self-care that needs to happen. Retreat, take care of yourself. Make sure that you have your time. When you're home, when you're work. Be very clear about where you stand. Be very clear about when you need to retreat and pull back. And then let the overflow happen. Let the emotional overflow, the joy overflow, all of this happen. Justice is balancing the scales here. Huge, huge, huge. Step back, and then it flows abundantly. It overflows. You must step back. You must return home to yourself, which was the whole message of the day in that journaling. You must return home to yourself in order to let the legacy come in abundance. This is huge. And the karmic balance that's happening. This is something, again, we're getting the sword of truth here. We're getting the sword of truth, but also strategy here. This is a shift in the way of being. It's like you're shifting your mode. Belly breathing would be a thing that you would do, like Phil and I were watching that show 6 Feet Under, and the mom in there is a control freak, and she's learning how to arrange flowers, and she learns how to like belly breathe and do it a little bit differently. And when she finally has it clicked to let go of the control and allow flow through, she creates this beautiful masterpiece of a flower arrangement because she's just in the moment, lost in the moment. And this is what you're learning. And this is what creates the overflow. And this is what creates the abundance for you. Huge, huge, huge. All right, going forward here. We've got the World, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups here. World, Eight of Cups, Knight of Cups. All right, got that here. Letting something close, letting something letting something be ended, letting something go, and then offering what really is the bigger grail to self, to what you need to do to move forward. This is huge. Walking away from what is no longer satisfying is the way that you get the grail. And you already know this. You already know this. You can't expect that you're going to drink vinegar and think that's going to be something that's sweet and great. Vinegar and lemonade ain't the same thing at all. So if you're being offered just vinegar, 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 you won't be able to tolerate that anymore. You're done with that. What else about that? Whoa! The burden is set down. Queen of Swords is in the house. Suffer no fools. Cut the shit. Cut the shit. The burden is set down. It's time to put it down. Time to say goodbye to whatever it is. Absolutely. Putting that down. Cut the shit. And what do you get? Huge amount of happy on the home front, in your home space, in your environment. Your home, your sanctuary, your safe place, the place that your heart most wants to be, is happiest when you're not sacrificing the bit of yourself that should not be sacrificed. When you're being more true to yourself, when you're holding the sword of truth, doing what is strategically good for you to do, and walking away from this whole trying to have the vinegar and the lemonade be the same and settling. You're not going to do that anymore. Now this is coming in, like I said, this feels like a six weeks-ish time frame. So 1, 2, 3 spaces forward. Yeah, this feels like this might be like by the end of August going into September that you're really feeling this. Like this is really done as you're going into September. Feels like this, yes, we're in September here. Absolutely we are. Getting Virgo Queen here. Absolutely. And ready to charge forward in love, making choices of the heart's desire in so much of a stronger way. A choice is coming forward. It's like the Knight of Wands like got distracted, off course, off track. Usually he's slam bam, thank you ma'am, in, out, done, boom, 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 quick, quick, quick. This one, he got a little off course. The Lovers enter in. There's a different choice yet to be made. What else comes through here? So we're in September here. This got us through to at least the end of August. We're in September here. Well into September. We're like 12th, 13th, 14th. Yeah. 12th, 13th, 14th. There's something specific coming through here. Very interesting. You've known some of the lesson that you need to carry forward for the next 3 months. So this next little bit of season, as fall enters in and as we enter into this time period, this is what you're remembering from summer to carry forward, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we're getting a repeat on this. A repeat on this. This is legacy, breakthrough, family. How the family of your choice is equally as important as the family you're born into. Letting go of anxiety. There's going to be epiphanies. There's going to be a little bit of restless nights. This is going to be a month for a dreamer. And new messages coming forward in the dream. As a child would bring forth the message. As a child brings forth the message. They bring it forth in a silly way, but this is what comes through. Look for the dream that you're going to have. Write this down or don't. I don't care. But what I'm getting is the dream that you're going to have, and it's like the child in the store shopping, shopping, shopping. It's going to be a strange one. I don't know what that's going to be about. And I don't know if you'll be shopping with one of your nieces, nephews, or it's just going to be your younger self. But there's a child shopping in the store during this dream. What else about this dream space? Take the glasses off. Lucy's showing me the Beyond Lemuria card where it has the glasses held to the side. Or, you know, we've seen some glasses that split in the middle and take them off. Look through a different lens. We wear the glasses, we wear the series. Take the lens off. There's a different way to look at this. It's meant as metaphor. Something about the childhood dream. And this is going to happen probably after the 14th of September. I don't know what this is about. It's really very distinct. Coming in. Anything else you need to know? You're going to have to make a choice. The dream's going to be about selection and choosing in the shopping. Lover's choice is right here. You're going to have to be making a choice for the heart's desire. And the heart of the child needs to be honored in this. Anything else you need to know? It feels like there's a very spiritual lesson in this mix for you. What is this about? Yeah, you're going to have to wait and let yourself go through this with a little bit of light that you can. The moon hides secrets, reveals things in sometimes a distorted way, or it takes time so we can have clarity. You will have enough to walk the path, but you are going to have to figure out, where is your intuition wanting you to lead, wanting to lead you. This is what was coming up at the beginning, the Judgment card, being very, very true to yourself, and the Moon card. This is something that's going to be tested and challenged, and how you see your way forward doesn't have to be spelt out so specifically. It has to be like that flower arrangement. You can't just have it all so tight, tight, tight that it's contained. It needs to be allowed to be a little bit wilder. Anything else? You have enough light. You have enough light for every single step you want to take. Don't go in fear just because you don't have full-on sunlight on this. Don't go in fear of that. You have enough light to move forward, to move forward, to move forward. This is what you should be doing. This is where it's going. This is just a little brief glimpse of a thing. Be ready to have breakthrough and legacy happening. Be ready for improvement in station, improvement in the legacy, and the way you think of the legacy you want to leave behind. That's complete. That's beautiful. Holy darn smokes. That was gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow, you're so right on in regards to where you am. You made my day. Thank you. You're so welcome. You are so, so welcome, honey. You're welcome. And I'm glad. I'm glad that it helps. Yeah, I don't know what all that's going to be about. And it might be super crazy. Like, sometimes when we go to sleep and we have these dreams, it's like all the monsters are let out of the closet and having this big party, and it doesn't make any sense. This will be a little bit different than that. It might seem like nonsense, but then it will click. It might be you wake up and like, that's a strange dream. And it's not even till dinner time that you're like, okay, I got it. That's what it feels like it would be. Yeah, if you pay for a read, please let Kim know. We are doing paid live readings right now, and that was a full read. And that one was just crazy, crazy good. Super, super good. So, yeah, loved it, loved it. And this is Eileen Dugan's The Witch's Tarot. So, yeah, you'll see me use duplicate decks, and if duplicate cards come through, it is like the universe trying to give you the neon sign, like, hello, hello, hello. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, let me get some water, and then we'll see what's going on the list. So let Kim know if you've paid for a reading, and she keeps me going. You're off to do hair. Yay! Oh, have fun. Somebody's getting lucky if Steph's doing their hair. Woohoo! Big love. See you later, Steph. Have a good day. Take care, honey. Bye-bye. So much fun. So much fun, fun, fun. Okay, let me look at this for just a minute. All right, let's see what's going on. All right. So I can break out the big book journal and show you those cards real quick, and then we can do some more reads. So if you want to pay for a reading, I'll show you the blah, blah, blah. Here's the commercial. It's the same as what Kim's saying. This is how you can pay. This is how you can get in touch with me. And it's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. E comes before the I. A5cbutterfly@gmail. That's where you can reach me. And info's in the bio, blah, blah, blah. Now this is what came through today. The big book. And I told Chad and I told you guys that I would share as I journaled what came through. So I pulled the cards, and I showed you them earlier. I'll show you again. Because, tarot readers, card readers, we pull cards. This is what came through first from the Cosmic Dancer. So this one, Shine and Sparkle, Sparkle and Shine. And then this one, Practice Daily. And then this one, Ingenuity. And then this one, Choice. And this is what came through in the journal, and I don't even know what all of it means because I haven't really sat with it other than it came through right before the show, maybe a little bit late. So it says, what I wrote is, if you want more happy, return home to yourself. A coming home time is beginning. Now those who have traveled or have gone a bit off course are having a call of the heart. This call is as strong as the tide, pulled towards the self that we know ourselves to be, and not the overlay of the many narratives of others. Rather, this is the time where our authentic self call cannot be denied. Like an ancient summoning, it is our essence that calls us home again to the larger self, the expanded heart, where ease allows flow. Walls built over years no longer can withstand, contain. The light simply moves through us because it cannot do otherwise. It is us, and we are beings of light and love and of divinity, greater than we can humanly imagine. Time to lean into that. And what really came through is like this call of the self that, like, we planned it ahead. We planned to be in this space, in this space-time continuum right now. And the call of ourself that we scheduled in. So say before we, hit our earth life, our human life, it feels like we planned certain plot points, certain destinations, certain points that would kind of hit override for our soul, that would remind us to come back, return to the soul, return to the soul. So where our higher self has infused different things and then calls us back. And it's not just a call and like maybe pick up the phone or don't pick up the phone. It calls us back almost like a command to return to yourself, a command to return to your essence, a command to return to your higher self. That is what's come through. And your higher self is not going to allow littleness, pettiness, grumbly bullshit to be in your way right now. It's your essential self. It's part of your purpose that is calling you back, calling you back, calling you back. And this returning to home is such a beautiful thing. This is the space where we need to dwell, where it's just our essential self. The way we saw ourselves in our soul contract, we start doing our human experience. And it's like, man, it's tough down here. Man, it's a bigger challenge than what we thought. And we don't even know because we get this wonderful amnesia. But it's a reclaiming of your spiritual self. Yes, Chad. Yes, absolutely. It's your essence that's calling you back home to return to your heart space that is big and expanded. And the walls or the scars that we built up, the protective stuff that we build up around ourselves or in regards to others, those cannot keep light out because light is within us as our essence anyway. So the divine self of us is bigger than anything that our human self would try to contain or keep small. At this particular point in time, the divine self must expand, must love, must overflow because it just cannot be contained any further by human small-mindedness. And I don't mean that in a rude way. It's just the bigger perspective is being presently felt. There's just no doubt about it. No way to work around that. No way to see it differently. The spiritual self is coming through in a huge way. It is a return to the home, and it is something that is so hardwired within us to do at this time. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's what I got on that. I always promised that I would share that with you as things came through, and that was what came through. So yep, that's that. So I will get some water, and then if we can do a collective or we can do some more paid reads or whatever, but the list is open. I don't know if there's anybody else on the list or if it's clear right now, but yeah. Or we can do blind oracle reads too. If you guys want to do those, we can do those. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So Chad, you're saying we've locked it away and bogged it down, and now we can no longer do that. Pandora's box is wide open. Okay. So this brings me to the brilliant rendering of Pandora done in the Tarot Apocalypsis. And it's done, and she's considered the all gifted. All the gifts are open. All the gifts and all the troubles, but all gifted. The all gifted is coming through. So many of us are having spiritual gifts that are like bam, 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 popping that we don't even know what to call them or why we're doing it or why we're suddenly thinking we're reading crystal balls or suddenly thinking, oh, yeah, this tarot is fascinating. Whatever this is, it's something that's coming forward, and the all gifted time is coming forward where people are more open to these spiritual lessons that's coming through. What's a specialty reading? A specialty reading is where I do either the bones read, where I read the bones and I throw the bones and read those, the crystal ball, or a past life where I go in and do that. Those are like $50. I did a crystal ball a little earlier, but they do take a little bit longer. They're a little slow, and I never know when my guides are going to be coming through or where it's going to go. When I go to past life readings, all of a sudden tarot slides over in a different lane and does like more oracle than what you'd think. But that's past life readings, and they are some of my favorites. I love those. Or the others, the bones and the crystal ball, and sometimes the hourglasses I'll read. So that's what we do. Or charms, those kinds of things. Chad is saying to light or to fight what we are up against, we need your spiritual being to win the battle. Yeah, absolutely. There's some people that are in this time and place to help us kind of level up, but sometimes that looks like challenge. Sometimes that looks like high contrast. Sometimes it's the asshole that's being the asshole for no reason at all. And sometimes we've got to recognize that we're the ones that's being the asshole. But our spiritual self wants to give a little bit more grace, expand a little bit more, and allow people their own spiritual journey a little bit more. But whatever we can lift in light right now is important for us to do, because we are armored up and ready, and the timing of everything going on, call it astrological Pluto return or whatever you want to call it, it's now. It's now. It's already happening, and it's already opening up to us now. Yeah. Diana, it's happening like on a global type of scale to many, 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 many. So people that would be like closed-minded, narrow in the past, they're a little bit more open-minded now. People that would be like, yeah, I thought you were blah, 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 and they were all judgy of a certain thing. They might still be quite judgy, but you might be able to say something and they're like, huh. So this is a time where there's cracks in that wall that's crumbling down. The walls that we've built to protect ourselves or others have built, and light is just penetrating through. There's just no way for love and light to not penetrate other people's hearts right now when it's presented from its most authentic self. So that's what I got. I know that sounds woo-woo, hokey-hokey, whatever, call it what you will, but that's what's going on. So yeah. All right. So Kim, is there anybody else on the list? Have we missed anyone, or are we doing all right now? More than physical ears listening. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The heart is listening. The heart is being called in such a huge way. It really is huge and beautiful. So absolutely. As clear as far as you know. Okay, so we can do a collective if we want to do a collective and see what's going on that way. Or I can show you a few different decks. Oh, one that I didn't show you. Let me show you a deck and let me show you how fun it is. It's the Mystical Melodies or Medleys. I don't know which it is. I always get that word inverted. Anyway, it's 1930s cartoons. And they are fun, fun, fun. And look, 6 of Swords. Crazy, crazy 1930s cartoons. Now, this is a little bit for a more lighthearted type of reading. Like if you were doing a serious personal read, you might not want to do this, but this is more of lighthearted. And this is one that I think I'll probably underestimate, and then it's going to like humble me, just like the Snoopy Peanuts Tarot does. Yeah. So these are like old school 1930s cartoons, really kind of fun and cuckoo. But anyway, yeah, these are great. These are super fun. So this is what I've got. So I don't know if Phil is home or not. He had to go take the car to get a flat tire fixed and adjusted. So I don't know if he's gotten home yet. I haven't heard him come in yet. So all right. But anyway, that's what's going on. So let's do a collective from here and see what's going on. Can you see your Mythos deck? Absolutely, Chad. Let me get that. That's this one. It's a little bit magazine-y, pretty. So I don't know if you can see, that's the Temperance. I think it is what it, yeah, the Temperance. And we just saw that in the cartoony one. This one is like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. This is the 9 of Swords, but look at it. Oh my gosh. And it says Phobos. Phobia, Phobos, great. Yeah. This one is 5 of Cups, and I don't know if it's saying Lethe or Letney. Lethe. Lethe. So, really, really beautiful. And this is the Death card. It's called Thanatos. Really, really, really beautiful. Kim, hey, paid for a specialty? Okay. Love the vintage decks. Those are super fun. Super fun. Okay, Kim, who paid for the specialty? You? Somebody else? Let me know. Kim. And let me know how you paid, and I'll take a look and we'll see what's going on. Okay. And I'll check. Sometimes my iPad is slow, and I think it's more me that's slow to check. Yeah, which app did you pay on? That would help me. Yeah, I get that that's a different Kim. Because our Kim, I'm used to her logo. So, yeah. PayPal. Okay. Let me just take a look here, honey. 1 second. Okay. I always have that being an issue. All right. Okay. And what kind of specialty did you want? Because I'm not seeing the PayPal bringing that up, but the PayPal is always slow on this one. So I trust that it's their crystal ball. Okay. We'll do it. We'll do it. Okay. 1 second. What deck do I want to go to? Ooh, we're going to the Enchanted Dreamer as well. We're going there as well. All right. Hang on. Okay, I'm trying to get that to clear out because that screen is so bright. Okay. Yeah, the Enchanted. This is This is the deck. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to show you this. So we'll pull a few cards from it. Enchanted Dreams. And then we're going to go into the crystal ball. All right. And let me scooch this back so you can kind of see what's going on. Scooch this forward. I'm getting something about the night that's coming through. I'm going to show you these, but I want them in their usual tarot position right here. And then we'll see what's coming through here. Why have you been in the night so much? Okay, I'm showing you the cards, and then we're going to go into the reading, and then I'm going to turn the cards face down and go straight into the ball. But the World, the Sun, this is coming in like the placement would be conscious thoughts, whatever. This would be like past, recent past, the Sun. It feels like it's even longer than that you've been in this phase of night, of unknowing, of wandering the mystery of the unknown. And the Moon is huge in the Seven of Cups. This is sometimes about illusion, delusion, sometimes about promises, and procrastination before you make a choice. And then we have the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So the teamwork that's necessary in order to speed things along the way, the coming together, the skill that needs to come together in order for things to get all your ducks in a row and make haste. I want to see these one more time, and then I'm going into the ball. This one is really, really calling me. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, I'm going to put these all face down for a minute. It is like the night, and it is like some kind of fireball going through. Orb is a better word. Let me put these up here. Fireball, I think of like the whiskey, or I think of like literally like a ball of lava. It's more a ball of light, like a very large size orb. What's going on with that? Massive orbs coming through, and then we're getting the infinity flow, This is coming, this is coming. Someone else was getting that the other day. There's something about this. This is something, this is at, okay. Infinity flow, this is like chains around the ankle because the steps have been slow to take. There's 3 specific spots coming out. It's like if somebody has done a dot to dot on that lemniscate symbol, a dot to dot, and 3 specific ones, and it's coming back down this way. So you've gone into the subconscious, you've gone into the past, but you need the momentum to run through the conscious and then keep trusting that it's going to come back around the other way. Now let's see what we've got here. There's this point, there's this peak, and it's like looking over the cliffside to the ocean, and this is a one calendar day, a dark night, calendar day. What do we got here? It's saying you've been through long time of darkness, long time. Can you show me? Almost forgotten how to see the sun. It's been so long since you felt like things were in a sunny place of hope, or in a sunny place of joy. Almost so long that you've forgotten how to see the sun, and you almost had to imagine it there. Like Alaska. Like the places northern on the globe where they really have either long day or long night. We're getting lots of trees. Again, I'm getting, I know to call it Alaska. You might call it some other northern forest. Alaska type trees, lots and lots of trees. Almost too much shade. There is somebody that is the writer wanting to fly, and it's like somebody moving fast. there's a running with the baby on the back, and there's also the image of butterfly wings. It's almost like you know how the Indians would have the papoose on their back, the baby on the back, running with the baby on the back, and butterfly wings, something about the transformation. There's very much now the mother child again together. There's the two on the horse, the two on the horse. There's the mother and the daughter energy coming through really strongly. Two on the horse. Where are they going? The daughter is hanging some kind of picture on the wall. Again, we're coming to this picture, and it's like somebody's hanging a calendar picture on the wall. Something about the calendar. It feels as if they're trying to plan something for a month from now, trying to plan something where there will be a time for more sun to be. Something about a tail flip an ocean. It doesn't feel like a whale tail. It feels like more like a mythical mermaid type of a tail, and a splash that parts the ocean waters. And now we're back to that cliff point, and there's two cliffs, and there's ocean that passes through this particular space. There's two tall cliffs, and there's a passage of river ocean through there. I'm not sure what I'm seeing. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. This is asking me to verify something to continue, so I'm stepping out of this for just a minute, because I don't know what that is like for you guys on your end. Okay, that flashed at me, made me do the puzzle. Let me go back, see if I can find that. Whoa! Sorry, guys. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. Let's go back in. That wants to move. Let me move this. Sorry, me doing that to my thing must have like made it a little bit crazy. I need to find that clip again. There we go. All right. I have to go to the cliff before I can, I have to go to the point that you were standing on this cliff before I can go to the walls, and I haven't got to the walls yet. So give me just a minute. What was it about those? There we go. It is like, okay, all right. You've got the cliff, you've got whatever is the ocean or the river going through it, and there is like a fall, another cliff hidden under the water. There's something that is very, very scary about this way this river is running through it, and it's like when you hit the rapids and you go over the. I was mistaken in thinking it's ocean. It's more like a river between some canyon going over this canyon. So the river drops. I don't know how to describe that. I don't even know where geographically that would be. But the river drops. What's going on with that? It's a sudden unexpected change of emotion that's going through in a very strong way. And it's like, yeah, like you're being carried along the river, everything's going good, but things are getting accelerated, things are going faster, a little bit more like the rapids, and then a drop. You need to prepare yourself. Don't let emotions overtake or capsize you. Okay, where's the mother and the daughter again? There we go. There's almost like not quite back to back, a person standing, like if I'm standing this way, it's almost like a shoulder, one person's facing forward and I'm facing this way. They're not quite back to back. They're not on the same page either. Somebody needs to yield. It's like there's been a harsh argument. And we're seeing a shift about the shoulder to shoulder. The daughter becomes more grown, and there's a tree that is very, very protected. And it strikes me that this is family tree legacy protection of that kind of thing. More people are around this tree. What's going on with that? I want to see up higher, higher, higher. More and more people. This is like getting to be crowded now. It's probably like 30 people that are around this tree, and the tree is big. Think redwood. The tree is big. There is a protection of an old way going on, a protection of a historic family way, and going. Sacred circles coming through. The people circle the tree, and then it shifts to almost what would look like, best thing I could compare it to is maybe like a Stonehenge type of a look. A sacred circle built again. Very, very earth, sacred circle. Don't let the emotions overtake you. You need to be grounded right now. Let yourself be able to have the things that are circled that connect you with eternity in a way that is solidly grounded. We're in the halls. We're in some sort of halls, and these halls feel like tunnels beneath a city. It feels like where people would build tunnels beneath a city. Where is that? Phil knows, like the B word, Montana Butte or something. Barstow isn't it? That's a different town. It feels like, yes, it's halls beneath a city. Sometimes there's subterranean halls beneath the city where the essentials and the earthy part of life, it's really the earthiest, the lowest common denominator, has to happen before there is survival going forward. And it feels like these halls are getting more illumination going forward. Again, we've got that big, I called it a fireball, the white light, the really big ball of white light coming through. It's zooming, orbs are zooming through this subterranean, I don't know, the miners' halls that are underneath, where like underground halls where there would be full on, I don't know, shops, places of business, merchants, bars, that kind of thing, all of this set. And these orbs are coming through. Zing, 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 zing. What's going on? There is stairs that go out of this. There's people that have gone over the river. It's not just a caution to you to go over the river. There's people that have gone over the river, so to speak, or over the falls, so to speak, and really kind of hit like a rock bottom spot. And now they're trying to find how they get back up to their better human self. And it's like these orbs of light that have had to zoom through there are meant to help lead. Yes? Okay. And there's something about the very old man and a beard. Often we'll get old man and a beard and it'll be like Gogs or whatever, but this is ancestor, old man in the beard. It's like pat him on the head because he's just doesn't know better. The people stuck in old paths, old ways, traditions that no longer serve, that just stubbornly dug in. The time to move forward, There is a little bit of a level of fear not to go out, go above, and it's time to go above. Somebody comes through, a scarf wrapped on her. This is female. Female with a scarf wrapped on her head with darker skin. I don't know what time we're in. Still feels like we're not in our own time yet. It's like I don't know how you would describe that. Like, this is my ignorance coming. I don't know if you call it turban or a kerchief or a scarf, but whatever. A scarf tied around her head. Very wise. I don't know what this is about. The closest historical thing I would probably say maybe like Harriet Tubman type of look. And like I was there, I wouldn't know. But this is me doing my best to articulate what I'm getting. Where is she going? Again, it's almost like there's orbs of light, like little fireflies that you will see. People that would have never believed in fairies or whatever, they are believing in fairies. The little fireflies at night, or the fairy lights, they want to explain it, but it's not explainable. There is these orbs of light coming through. All right, I want to see the cards again now. The Eight of Wands and Three of Pentacles are hugely important right now, as is the World coming up. The orbs of light coming through are huge. It's like, this is what they are. Look, all on the wands. This is happening within like a 2-month window now. It's the same thing that's happened before. This is a revisiting, a redoing of a lesson that's coming back through again. A redoing of a lesson. The sun is returning again. There's whatever it was that was so much night, so much night, so much night. Remember that there was such the biggest moon. And let me see if I can find. I think I put it in there in the other mix when I move the cards out of the way. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. This biggest moon. It's like the sun is returning again. They will switch position again. There is something that has been a little bit heavy that is switching in position. There are many that went over the river fall cliff thing, and they are figuring it out. And there are those that are called to carry and act as the orbs. We ourselves can act as luminous light for others. And this is something that the world has completed something. And it's returning to a happier, more joyful time coming forward. And there is cooperative energy to do this, to transcend, to transmute. There's transformation at hand right now. The mother and the daughter that were close when they were young, and then as they were older, they were not quite as close, not quite as close. Then the whole family encircling that tree. Then the whole tree becoming the Stonehenge. And then the Stonehenge also referencing to what was going on beneath the undercurrent. All of that. What else does she need to know? Is there anything else? Yes, there is something that is the opening of the crown that has been closed like this, and it needs to be like this. Opening of the crown, opening of the high chakra of the crown. So you need to have the protected space for what it is that you need to do, but there is this big opening. This is something that needs to be really, really, you need to be aware of, and it is like, almost like you run your fingers through your hair and open things up. It's like the seams on the skull is what I'm getting, which is really weird. But the seams on the skull that close when we're babies, that, you know, the little fontanelle or whatever it is, it closes. It's almost as if we have to reopen that spiritually right here and open that seam. So if you do something like this and then this, open the crown, allow spiritual activation to happen and come through. This is something you can do, and it's like something you could do with your hair or whatever in a place where you're in public. If you need to access more spiritual strength or more divine light from source, you could do that. Nobody would know what the hell you were doing, but it's something you could do in your own mind and ask for things to be more open and ready to receive, so you can come from a more spiritual place. And this is something that you can do that is like a gorgeous way of allowing light through, allowing also a protected perimeter, because you're allowing the divine connection to come in a little more strong. Don't know what that's about. That's what's come through. So that's gorgeous. Holy cow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's what I've got for you. So that was Crystal Ball. That was a specialty read. And that was the Enchanted Dreams Tarot, not the Enchanted Dreamer. Those are two different decks. So that's what I got. And I will show you. This is the box for that one. And it's gorgeous. But yeah, that's an interesting... I did not know what I just told you about this hair technique. This is like a news flash to me, but it's specific to you, but it's something that universally we could do a little bit more of, and it's not a big deal. So it's a subtle way to create a shift energetically for you and the space around you. So yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Who knew? I like when I get surprises like that. I like that very much. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I think that the list is complete. Is the list complete, Kim, or do we have anybody else? So yeah, that was like 2 crystal ball reads in one day, which is a little bit unusual, but that's how it goes. You are so welcome, Kim. You are so welcome. Clear as far as you know. Okay, great, 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 great. Yeah, and if we want to do a collective, we can still do a collective. Phil was here just briefly. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I thought I saw him for a little bit. There you go. Pull a card for you. Oh, for you, baby. You betcha. Cranky. Pull a card for me, reader. That's my husband, for anybody that's here that doesn't know. Let's pull a card for you from the... Well, we're going to pull from your favorite deck, mister. The Dugan Tarot. For Phil. Kim's saying, the other Kim's saying he's downstairs. Queen of Pentacles. This means honor the queen, baby. Queen of Pentacles. This is the one that gets things done practically, handles the practical things, and knows her worth and knows her value. So don't take any shit from your wife today. Oh, no. So honor and value what you've done. You've done work that's practical and important, and you're very, very grounded today. And it's super, super good stuff. It's good, abundant energy, good, abundant flow. So the lesson is to enjoy the abundance around you. So that's what I would say. So for the man that just went and fixed the flat tire on the car, and we're both Virgos, yeah, that was great. Let's do a show tonight. We can do a show tonight. We can do a show tonight. Yeah, we can come back and do a show tonight, no problem. But if he's downstairs, you guys know that I'm going to want to go downstairs. So I think I'll let you guys go. There's only a few of us in the room anymore right now anyway. But I'll let you go, and then I will go downstairs and say hi to my honey. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big hugs, big love to you all. And I will see you guys later tonight, apparently. All right, bye, guys.